The next question, the member for Scarborough-Guildwood.
My question is to the Premier. This past year, the pandemic has been difficult for Ontario families to navigate. The uncertainty of businesses opening and closing has been an unpredictable experience shared by schools and childcare facilities. Not everyone can work from home. It is even more challenging for parents if their children are at home as well. It is mostly women who bear the burden of caring for and educating their children at home, and it is their careers that suffer. This has been established as a major characteristic of the she session, and yet we hear nothing from the government about a she recovery. Speaker, the federal government has budgeted for a $10 a day daycare plan, and today Stephen Del Duca and the Ontario Liberals have promised to do the same. Will the Premier work with the Liberals, the federal government, and the women of Ontario to provide the economic infrastructure of affordable daycare and quality early learning so everyone in Ontario can build back better?
To reply, the Minister of Education.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You know, the Del Duca Liberals announced within their first 100 days action, but for 15 years, for 5,000 days, the legacy they left is income stagnation, the highest childcare costs in the nation, as well as rising costs of living. It was one of the most expensive childcare systems in the world under your watch. And it really is regrettable, with 800 childcare centres closing over a 4-year period under your watch. And I think the sharp contrast is under our Premier, where we have a $2 billion investment on an annualized basis, creating 30,000 new spaces within our schools. Last year alone, 16,000 more spaces were created. And in our most recent budget, a top-up to the childcare tax credit, providing up to $1,500 per child in the pockets of parents with maximum flexibility, recognizing that a one-size-fits-all system does not work for moms and dads in all parts of this province. Yes, we're going to work with the federal government in collaboration to make life affordable, but we'll take no lessons from the Del Duca Win Liberals after.
Thank you. The supplementary question.
And Speaker, I urge this government to take lessons from the experience of parents. I just talked to a mom of 3 who has 2 toddlers under her arm and one school-aged child outside working online on his own. It is so unfortunate that this government cannot look past their own partisan agenda and govern, invest, and support women in Ontario. My riding of Scarborough-Guildwood faces an affordable childcare crisis and a before and after school deficit. There simply just aren't enough programs available in the riding. Without an expansion of childcare and early learning and before and after school care, women cannot break the cycle of having to take lower-paying part-time jobs. The Ontario Liberal Party has committed to cutting the cost of before and after school care by 50%, which could help inject $7 billion every year into our economy and increase women's participation in the labour market. Speaker, does the Premier want to invest in these programs, or will he continue to transfer those costs to women?
Minister of Education.
Under our government, we're going to continue to make life affordable for working moms and dads in this province, but we will not follow the approach and the policy program of the former Liberal government under Stephen Del Duca, where under their leadership, childcare became almost the most expensive program in the nation. That is not a metric by which you should be or any one of us should be proud of. And so what do we do in our first budget? We introduced a childcare tax credit. We're up to 75% of eligible expenses are supporting 300,000 parents. We topped it up in the most recent budget under the Minister of Finance's leadership, a 20% top-up, now covering 90% of eligible costs. Last year, 16,000 more spaces were created. And in contrast to their government, where we had 800 childcare centres closed over the last 4 years of their government, and the most expensive childcare system, it's obviously something most distressing. What parents deserve is choice, affordability and access, and our Premier will deliver.
Next question, the member for Hamilton West.